Good evening and welcome, friends. The fact that you're watching News Sunday shows how seriously you take what's happening in and around and in the country. So we'll try to bring the best to you. And today, a conversation on Bharat Ratna Awards at the backdrop of the decision of the Modi government to confer one on BJP veteran LK Advani. His legacy from the Rath Yatra got completed with the Pran Pratishtha of Ram Temple last month. But there are other aspects of LK Advani also. The fact that he was the Home Minister when he put his foot down on Parvez Musharraf formula during Agra summit, taking a tough line. He's also the leader who mainstreamed Hindutva politics in the country. In fact, center staged the BJP as the central pole of Indian politics in many ways. He's someone who increased the acceptability of right wing in India. He's someone who conceptualized the idea which ultimately culminated with India having Aadhaar and perhaps could soon have a national register of citizens. He's someone who was seen as tough. He was seen as someone who was a foil to the liberal Vajpayee. But then, is the Modi government, by honoring LK Advani with Bharat Ratna, just pandering to its own political Hindutva constituency? Or has the Modi legacy in India's civilian awards reached the next level? Is Modi legacy in India's civilian awards, including the Padma awards, which are now called People's Padma, has Modi legacy succeeded in making them above politics, above controversy? That's going to be our conversation, our debate. Let's get you the headlines first. Right, LK Advani to be conferred the highest civilian honor. Has Prime Minister lifted the honor above politics?
वहाँ पर इन तमाम मुकामात पर हिंदू मुसलमान फसाद हुआ। इस मुल्क का सबसे बड़ा सिविलियन अवार्ड भारत रत्ना से नवाज रहे हैं।
BJP and Congress unite on Bharat Ratna Advani, but Owaisi ups the ante, politicizes the move.
The courts intervened and removed those doubts. CM has been allowed to vote. We had sufficient numbers.
JMM MLAs who took off to Hyderabad are now back in Ranchi ahead of the mega Monday floor test. Resort politics spills to Bihar. 20 Congress leaders head to Hyderabad ahead of Bihar floor test. Uttarakhand cabinet approved the Uniform Civil Code draft bill to be placed in assembly on February 6th. The Supreme Court to hear plea seeking ASI survey at sealed area of the Wuzu Khana at the Gyanvapi complex on Monday. That's tomorrow. Friends, LK Advani will be conferred India's highest civilian honor, the Bharat Ratna, announced by the Modi government yesterday. It will be the 9th Bharat Ratna to be conferred under the government of Prime Minister Modi. The non-partisan approach that gets reflected in the list of Bharat Ratnas awarded by the Modi government, not just Bharat Ratna, but even the People's Padmas, the Padma Vibhushans, many of them going to the opposition leaders like Mulayam Singh Yadav and Sharad Pawar. This non-partisan approach has triggered a political storm because in some cases, like the Communist Party, they in fact declined. In the case of Buddhadev Bhattacharya, for example, when the Modi government wanted him to be honored with a Padma. While the BJP has welcomed the move, the likes of Asaduddin Owaisi have questioned the same. Here are the developments connected with the story, and then I come back with the panel of guests to understand whether there is politics in civilian awards, whether there should be politics in our highest civilian awards. Can politics be avoided? And if yes, is the Modi legacy the best way out? Look at this.
Lal Krishna Advani, the 50th Bharat Ratna or the Jewel of India. The 9th Bharat Ratna to be awarded in 10 years of Modi.
दुनिया के सबसे बड़े राजनीतिक दल भारतीय जनता पार्टी के संस्थापक सदस्य, कोटि कोटि कार्यकर्ताओं के प्रेरणा स्रोत, देश के पूर्व उप प्रधानमंत्री आदरणीय श्री लाल कृष्ण आडवाणी जी को भारत रत्न से सम्मानित किए जाने का निर्णय अत्यंत अभिनंदनीय है।
The award is in recognition of outstanding service of the highest order in any field. The list contains 2 members of the BJP and the Congress each and 2 members of the Jan Sangh. The others on the list are Tendulkar, Bhupen Hazarika and chemist CNR Rao. The non-partisan approach of the government has been accepted in the same breath.
शुभकामनाएं आडवाणी जी को और क्या कह सकते हैं, बस यही है कि भारतीय जनता पार्टी को और प्रधानमंत्री को भी बड़े देर सवेर आडवाणी जी याद आए।
राम मंदिर भी बन गया, आडवाणी जी को भारत रत्न भी मिल गया, पूरा बीजेपी का एजेंडा पूरा होते हुए नजर आ रहा है, तो अच्छी बात है। आडवाणी जी को बहुत बहुत बधाई देती हूँ।
ये भारत रत्न अपने वोट को बांधने के लिए दिया जा रहा है, ये सम्मान में नहीं दिया जा रहा है। सम्मान तो है खैर उस बात को, क्योंकि भारत रत्न है, लेकिन अपने वोट को बांधने के लिए।
बहुत ही खुशी की बात है, हर्ष की बात है, क्योंकि लाल कृष्ण आडवाणी जी ने हमेशा बहुत ही विनम्रता की राजनीति की, सबको साथ लेकर चलने का प्रयास किया, हिंदुत्व का झंडा बुलंद किया।
While some in the opposition are up in arms against Ratna for Advani.
जहां कहीं भी लाल कृष्ण आडवाणी की रथ यात्रा गई, वहां पर इन तमाम मुकामात पर हिंदू मुसलमान फसाद हुआ, इंसानियत की मौत हुई। और अफसोस की बात यह है कि नरेंद्र मोदी की हुकूमत उनको इस मुल्क का सबसे बड़ा सिविलियन अवार्ड भारत रत्ना से नवाज रहे हैं।
Even critics of the Modi government have appreciated how impartially awards have been conferred. Should all politicians not stand united on this issue?
All right, as I introduced the panel of guests to you, friends, in the first half we'll discuss the Bharat Ratna to LK Advani, the legacy for which he gets the award, both good and bad, as some would say, and or as the participants would say. And of course, then I would broaden the debate as to the institution of Bharat Ratna and India's civilian awards, and let's look at whether they have been mired in politics and controversy, whether they are being brought out of politics and controversy. What's the scene like? It's an interesting conversation, a Sunday conversation we are going to have. Joining me, Ravi Srivastav, political analyst, leans towards the Aam Aadmi Party, joining us live from Mumbai. Professor Monojit Mandal, political analyst, leans towards the Trinamool Congress, joins us live from Kolkata. We also have Nikhil Jain, advocate and political analyst, live from Delhi. He leans towards the Congress Party. And Professor Anwar Pasha, national spokesperson of the RJD, live from Delhi. Ratan Sharda, author and political analyst, today joining us live from Bengaluru. And he's someone who keeps close connections with the RSS. I want to begin with Sanju Verma because she's national spokesperson of the BJP. And there were some comments we saw in the Bite Belt about the Bharat Ratna for LK Advani, the BJP patriarch. And for example, we heard BRS leader K. Kavita saying that this is BJP agenda, but anyway, fine, thank you. And we had Owaisi focusing on Advani's Ram Rath Yatra legacy, and of course Akhilesh Yadav, forgetting that the same government gave his father Mulayam Singh Yadav Padma Vibhushan only a couple of years back. Today saying this is an attempt to get the BJP constituency together. So, Sanju Verma, which LK Advani has been given this award? The Advani of the Ram Rath Yatra, the Advani, the Deputy Prime Minister, the Advani of Owaisi, or the Advani of Akhilesh Yadav?
You know, Abhishek, first and foremost, I liked what you said in your introduction. We are going to have a conversation, on a Sunday rather than a debate. I'm happy that we'll have a conversation on a very important topic. And I want to tell you that it is LK Advani, the exemplary parliamentarian. It is LK Advani who did a stellar job as India's Home Minister. It's LK Advani who did a fantastic job as India's Information and Broadcasting Minister. It is LK Advani who did an excellent job as India's Deputy Prime Minister. And above all, it is LK Advani, the man who committed his entire life to the cause of the nation. So I think the fact that LK Advani is a parliamentarian, in the longest time that he's served public life, he's been in the eye of the storm for various reasons. Keeping that aside, I think without beating around the bush, I'll call a spade a spade. I think today, the timing of the award is extremely pertinent because this has happened right after, the Pran Pratishtha ceremony on the 22nd of January 2024, just a few days back. And anybody who has basic understanding of India's political landscape, who knows an iota of what the Ram Mandir legacy is all about and appreciates the nuances, knows for a fact that be it the Palampur resolution of 1989, whereby the Ram Mandir issue was brought onto India's political landscape for the first time by the likes of Atal Bihari Vajpayee and LK Advani, or for that matter, the historic Rath Yatra started on the 25th of September 1990 by LK Advani with those famous words, Mandir wahi banayenge, hame bhala kaun rokega, kaun si sarkar rokegi, and look at the beauty of it.
Sanju.
That after a couple of decades, this whole Ram Mandir thing has actually come to fruition in a highly elaborate ceremony that was executed flawlessly by Narendra Modi. So yes, LK Advani deserves the Bharat Ratna. Just 20 seconds more, Abhishek, I won't take too long. Look at the history of the Congress. Jawaharlal Nehru presented himself the Bharat Ratna in 1955. Indira Gandhi presented herself the Bharat Ratna in 1971-72. The likes of B.R. Ambedkar was given a Bharat Ratna 34 years after his demise. He died in 1956. He was given the Bharat Ratna in 1990. Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, the Iron Man of India, was ignored for the longest time. He died in 1950
Sanju,
and he was given the Bharat Ratna in 1991.
You are opening the debate already. Let me get the opening comments. I will come to all the points that have been raised, but before the politics part, Manojit Mandal wanted to respond to the Advani legacy, for which Sanju, you said that he has been honored with the Bharat Ratna. Manojit Mandal, what are your objections?
No, we have no objection at all. In fact, we definitely congratulate Mr. Advani, but I want to understand from BJP why Mr. Advani has been ignored for the last 10 years of Mr. Modi's rule. I want to understand that. I
already answered that, Manojit. Sanju said that after the Pran Pratishtha and the great event that happened with the inauguration of the Ram Temple, it became a befitting occasion to let the Rath Yatri get his due.
अरे बोलने तो दो मैं अच्छा बात बोल रहा हूँ ना बोलने दो First, I come to how Mr. Advani was ignored, neglected and relegated to the position of advisor, not an advisor to Mr. Modi, on whose blessings Mr. Modi rose in this country. Everyone knows when Mr. Advani was, joining with that very famous, infamous Rath Yatra, Mr. Modi was sitting on his feet. And look at the moment Mr. Modi comes to power, Mr. Advani was entirely relegated. At least now I know he is 90 plus, but 10 years ago, he was very much in public life. He should have been brought in the public life. Then this country would not have been going the way it is going now. The kind of sane person Mr. Advani has
remained, you would have been happy had Advani been given Bharat Ratna in 2014? Are you suggesting that, Manojit Da? Advani should have been given Bharat Ratna in 2014, right?
India. Mr. Modi has a different idea of even Hindutva. The kind of idea that Mr. Advani nurtured.
You're not answering my question, Monojit Mandal.
We are not going to that debate.
You would have been happy had Mr. LK Advani been given Bharat Ratna in 2014.
Aggressive, exclusionary view of Hindutva, which Mr. Advani did not have, I tell you. And that's why he was ignored. Now, it's again,
very nice.
Made it very
you know,
clear.
we used to hear, that gets me going. That gets me going. Ratan Sharda,
the cycle is becoming
Ratan Sharda, Monojit Mandal has just given the spark that we needed to have this conversation lighten up.
It's very amusing,
at the time when we were growing up and we were students of... Listen.
आपका विलाप हो गया, please.
Okay, I got it.
आपका विलाप हो गया.
Okay, I got it. But I want to pick up on the argument that Monojit Mandal makes. That Ratan Sharda, I'm coming to you. Let me just phrase it for you. Ratan Sharda, it's interesting. Let me phrase it for you. You know, when we are growing up, we would hear things like, oh, Vajpayee is the fantastic face, the liberal face. But LK Advani eats Muslims for breakfast. LK Advani is the problem, you see. And today, Monojit Mandal says, LK Advani was inclusivist. The problem is Narendra Modi. I bet, Ratan Sharda, 5 years down the line, they would be saying, oh, Narendra Modi should get Bharat Ratna. The problem is Yogi Adityanath, right?
Yeah. See, actually, the problem is Hindutva. See, the problem is Hindutva. It is not when Atal Bihari Vajpayee was called all the names by Sonia Gandhi herself. And everybody was abusing Atalji at one time. Then Atalji became the softer face. Then Advani ji becomes a softer face. And tomorrow Modi ji will become softer face, in spite his wonderful record of serving all the communities. Now, coming to the main point, the problem is Hindutva. What Advani ji did, Advani ji turned around the entire Indian politics, where the central pole became Hindutva, where BJP became the central pole of politics, where he invented and popularized a word called pseudo-secularism. What is pseudo-secularism? Being anti-Hindu, being pro-minority, specifically more Muslim. If you are that, you are a secular person. That definition totally destroyed by Advani ji. That is how the entire political scenario of India changed. That is the biggest contribution of Advani ji. That is what they hate. From 2 seats, he made BJP the running partner for governance, and that is what really hurts them. Everything else secondary. Now coming to more serious issue. Tell me, where were they when Mr. P.V. Narasimha Rao had to give Bharat Ratna to Dr. Ambedkar, when Rajiv Gandhi had to give Bharat Ratna to MGR, when in 1992 P.V. Narasimha Rao gave Bharat Ratna to Satyajit Ray, J.R.D. Tata, Abdul Kalam Azad, Morarji Desai, Vallabhbhai Patel, and these people were not even considered by the earlier regimes. You'll be surprised. I was just looking at the numbers. For 10 years of UPA government, they just gave 1 Bharat Ratna. If I'm not wrong, I just noted down, just 1 Bharat Ratna in entire 10 years. Is India so bereft of Ratnas? Please tell me. And what is the record of BJP? Karpuri Thakur. And you have Pranab Mukherjee. You have Madan Mohan Malviya, CNR Rao, who got it in the last phase of life. You have in earlier BJP regime, you have Bismillah Khan, Lata Mangeshkar, you have Ravi Shankar, you have Gopinath Bardolai. Gopinath Bardolai, who saved Assam from going to East Pakistan. And he was not heralded by any of the socialist secular people. Jayaprakash Narayan, 1999, again BJP, Chidantaram Subramaniam, BJP, Abdul Kalam, APJ Abdul Kalam, BJP, Aruna Asaf Ali, BJP, Gulzari Landa, BJP. So these are the stalwarts of freedom movement of different parties, and BJP did not at all play any political games. Now, people who got Padma Bhushan, etc., they are today crying because actually we also criticize that Padma Bhushan, okay, that's political. But when you are playing politics, why you never found desirable people or people who could be really given an award? And please accept that Advani has killed your entire communal politics in his time. And that is why I hate him. Now showing sympathy to him, so
laughable. He meant to retire.
Okay, now, Ratan Sharda.
10 years ago,
Ratan Sharda.
Forced to retire.
Ratan Sharda. Sanju Verma, if you can make a quick, only 30 seconds interjection responding to Monojit Mandal's argument that Advani was sidelined, was neglected, ignored for 8 years only to be given Bharat Ratna now because you have to keep your constituency together. burnish your constituency of Ram Temple. But keep your comment short because I have to get four others involved. Please, Sanju.
Yes, this is a party.
Abhishek, very quickly
Sanju for the party.
Thank you. Abhishek, very quickly to Manojit Mandal, I have this to say, that, suddenly now, in the last couple of years, ever since Prime Minister Modi came to power, opposition ke man mein Advani ji ke liye pyar jaag gaya hai. Each time there is a ruckus in the parliament and parliamentarians are suspended for hooliganistic behavior, they suddenly remember Arun Jaitley ji, who said dissent is very important in a democracy, but he never endorsed gundaism or hooliganism on the floor of the parliament. Suddenly of late, I've seen that these guys have started remembering Sushma Swaraj ji, whereas they spared no effort in undermining the credibility of be it an LK Advani and Arun Jaitley or Sushma Swaraj when they were alive. So please, BJP को आपके सर्टिफिकेट की जरूरत नहीं है. We will do as we deem fit. We are the party in power. आपको इतनी दिक्कत है, लोकसभा इलेक्शन जीतिए, पावर में आइए, सत्ता में आइए, बाद में भाषण दीजिए.
Not the founders of your political party.
Okay, let me start with this. Thank you, Sanju Verma, for sticking to the time limit, and that helped me structure it even better. So Sanju Verma's argument in the first comment was, Manojit, I'll come to you. Manojit Mandal, I'll come to you. Sanju Verma said that the Congress party can't be raising fingers because this is the same Congress party in which Nehru got an award, Bharat Ratna, while he was still in office. So did Indira Gandhi. Ratan Sharda broadens it, says that under the BJP, even opposition leaders have been bestowed with highest civilian awards, both Bharat Ratna and Padma Vibhushan, as I had said in my opening comments also. So, Nikhil, the point is that even if the Modi government is burnishing its credentials or is strengthening its hold over the Ram Temple constituency by honoring LK Advani with Ram Temple, why should a Congress which was absolutely stingy with Bharat Ratna awards, even selfish with Bharat Ratna awards, be bothered about it?
First of all, Abhishek, I'd like to point out a few factual inaccuracies that were made by certain panelists earlier in the debate. Nehru did not give the Bharat Ratna to himself. There is proper documented evidence, a 1955 Times of India report that clearly states that President Prasad himself had given the award to Nehru suo moto without taking any aid or advice of the Prime Minister at the time, which was Nehru. And in fact, let me remind your viewers that Prasad and Nehru were two people who were always at odds with each other. Prasad is the same person that BJP likes to point out as a sitting president who attended the consecration of the Somnath temple. Secondly, I don't think the Bharat Ratna being given to LK Advani ji is because he started the Ram Mandir movement or because he was at the forefront at it. I think it is being given because Narendra Modi wants to prove to his constituents that he is not somebody who's disrespecting the elders. I can show a video that I think most of your viewers would have seen on how Prime Minister Modi has been treating LK Advani ever since he's come to power. He's not allowed to attend the consecration of the Ram Mandir for which he fought. He's not allowed to take active part in the BJP's politics. To the best of my recollection, he was not even allowed to attend the new parliament building. Fact of the matter is, Narendra Modi has sidelined his once guru, whose shishya he was, LK Advani, and now he needs to prove to his voters that I am not that bad a man, and look at me, I am,
Nikhil, when you go to Supreme Court,
so far as
you take your teacher there every day.
Ambedkar and other
for that
figures,
sake, let's have a straight conversation. Let's have a straight conversation. Yeah. Nikhil, Mr. LK Advani is not a parliamentarian now,
is quite
right?
straight. That
he is a veteran, he is a patriarch of the party.
It's not about that the Congress was
his contribution, not just to his party, not just to his ideology. Bharat Ratna is a recognition of his contribution to India's public life.
They are not trying to play politics with it.
Don't talk over me. I'm structuring the conversation.
Figures from the from the past. Mahatma Gandhi does not have a Bharat Ratna. Does not mean that he is any less than other Bharat Ratna awardees. It is a dispute on who and how should a Bharat Ratna be bestowed. But the BJP, like everything, they have just made it a political tool. That is why they had to confer Padma Bhushan on Mulayam Singh Yadav ji, despite the fact that every day their spokespersons go on national television and call the Samajwadi Party, Mulayam Singh Yadav and Akhilesh Yadav as communal figures. They have now bestowed it upon Karpuri Thakur because they want to consolidate that vote bank. They did it for other figures, and now they are doing to consolidate their own vote bank with giving the vote Bharat Ratna to LK Advani. Let's see for what it is.
Okay, Ravi Srivastava, it's a political hai. You see, I will give you two examples of political awards, civilian awards, and then you tell us whether that is right or this is right. Okay? Interesting. Everyone listen. आपने कभी J.A.K. Martin का नाम सुना है? Have you ever heard of J.A.K. Martin? Anyone on the panel? He was given a Padma Shri in 1985 because he was principal of Doon School. Right? No politics, please. Let's keep them very apolitical, right? Absolutely apolitical. आपने कभी डॉक्टर धनवंत सिंह का नाम सुना है? डॉक्टर धनवंत सिंह? You know, he was given a Padma Shri in 1981. Why? Because he did the cataract surgery of the then President of India, Dr. Gyani Jail Singh. Or I don't know whether he was Dr. Gyani Jail Singh.
That's
right?
a revelation, Abhishek.
So,
I was not aware of this.
Dr. Dhanwant Singh was, of course, a doctor, obviously, because he did the cataract surgery. Ravi Srivastava, over to you. No politics, please.
Awards. A bunch of movie stars across
Abhishek,
for heaven's sake,
BJP spokesperson is overjoyous. I don't know the reason, or she is laughing on practically every, opposition panelist. I think she has got some extra entertainment on this account. Anyway, my submission here is that you demolish a mosque, I will give you a Bharat Ratna. I think that seems to be the criteria. I think you have heard the OSC statement.
Oh, this is
Ravi
Srivastava. Do you really mean that LK Advani gets Bharat Ratna for demolishing a mosque? I mean, are you being serious? Are you being serious?
Hundreds of people died in those riots. I think that is Mr. Advani's maximum contribution to the nation's unity. That's the best thing I think he did, to kill hundreds of people by taking out a Rath Yatra. Many other politicians have taken out Rath Yatra later, but never the communal riots have taken place. This happened only in the Yatra of Mr. Lal Advani. He wasn't literally what TMC person said. He wasn't dumb. He wasn't dumb for 10 years. Suddenly, they revived him because within BJP, there are voices that why the people like Ashok Singhal, Murli Manohar Joshi, Uma Bharti, all such people are being denied, who actually went and demolished the mosque. So those people where the land adjacent to that where you are constructing a Ram Mandir now, that was the work done by those people. And they have been totally discarded. I think to satisfy, to pacify that vote bank, now the most highest civilian honor has been given to Shri Lal Advani. His only contribution was that.
Okay, fair
I don't
enough.
think that
Ravi Srivastava, you are sort of...
He travelled to Jinnah's Bazaar in Pakistan as well, because he has his hometown there. All these things, I think, add to his qualification.
So do you agree with that?
Creating a communal divide, polarized people, nothing else is credential about him. What did it as a home minister was a Parvez
Ravi Srivastava. Okay. You are sounding...
That goes to Atalji. Because he was the person
Ravi Srivastava,
not Mr. Advani.
Okay. Ravi Srivastava, I don't know whether you are clear really which side you want to take today, right? So, are you praising Advani for calling Jinnah what he did in Lahore or not?
This is the criteria of an honor for which he has been given. He has created the communal hatred. It's a Supreme Court judgment rights. It's a criminal
I'm discussing your criteria. I am discussing your criteria, Ravi Srivastava. According to you... Okay,
Ravi Srivastava,
You can't have a non-stop interrupted dialogue. You see, you have made a point. I am countering you. Listen to it. Listen to it, please. Listen to it. I'm just sort of, framing what you have said. And there are others also who want to participate. Sanju, you have got a couple of interjections. Let me get in Mr. Anwar Pasha on this, Mr. Anwar Pasha, because remember, he represents the RJD. And Lalu Prasad Yadav had put a full stop to the Rath Yatra by arresting Mr. LK Advani, right? When he was entering Bihar in 89 actually. So, Mr. Anwar Pasha, for Ravi Srivastava,
yes,
the LK Advani legacy is about the Rath Yatra and its aftermath, the violence, the riots that took place in many parts of the country. He's a little confused about what Advani achieved in Lahore. But ultimately, LK Advani, for the likes of Ravi Srivastava and Asaduddin Owaisi, is just about the Rath Yatra and the violence that followed in some parts of the country. Anwar Pasha, you belong to the RJD, the same party, the supremo of which Lalu Prasad Yadav at that time as Chief Minister stopped LK Advani. You think that irrespective of what Lalu Prasad Yadav did to LK Advani at that time, LK Advani in many ways succeeded much more than Lalu Prasad Yadav did?
Thank you, Abhishek ji. Personally, I congratulate Shri Lalkrishna Advani ji because as one of the most senior politicians, I respect him because it is our sanskar to respect the elders. I congratulate him. But in principle, neither me personally or my party RJD approves it. Because Bharat Ratna is the highest honor given to the civilians for the valuable contributions and the services to the nation. Until now, this has been, all the governments in the past, they have adhered to this principle. Because this Bharat Ratna award or honor, it has some values are attached to it. There are some principles, some parameters for it. But conferring this award this honor to Shri Advani ji, our central government has thrown all these high values and parameters into the dustbin. The kind of controversy has erupted because of this award given to the respected Shri Lalkrishna Advani ji. Itself speaks about it, about the fairness of this honor or award given by the government to Shri Lalkrishna Advani ji. People are asking, so many questions are being raised about Shri Lalkrishna Advani ji's contribution and his services to the nation. People are asking, what are the contributions of Shri Advani ji? And the government is not able to answer it. Whatever the answers are being offered by the spokesperson of BJP and other supporters, it is not satisfying the people. What kind of politics Shri Advani ji did throughout his life? His divisive political agenda that created a lot of hatred and communal tension in the country, is this his contribution and valuable service to the nation? His name appeared in Hawala. Nobody is talking Hawala about Hawala today.
Need to answer that.
His name appeared in Hawala. This cannot be forgotten. It cannot be forgotten. We cannot forget it.
He was
I want to answer this.
And his name also got prominence.
He got clean sheet in
For the
Hawala.
demolition of
Ratan
Babu
Shanta,
Mosque.
Answer this. He's spreading canards
For the
and you're
Ratan Shanta, on this aspect of divisive politics that Anwar Pasha makes. I'll come to you, Sanju. Hold on. Let's look at it. The divisive politics argument of Anwar Pasha and Ravi Srivastava.
Let me complete.
Can be put in a different manner also, right?
Abhishek ji, just one point.
Please do.
He withdrew the support from BP Singh government. BP Singh government for what? Because BP Singh government implemented the Mandal Commission recommendation for the social justice. So these are the services. These are the contributions of Shri Lalkrishna Advani ji. Government has to answer all these questions that is being raised. All these questions are valid.
Can I come in?
These are all facts. These are a part of the history.
Okay, no.
The nation will remember him. The nation will remember Shri Lalkrishna Advani for all these contributions.
You have added to the debate.
These are the contributions. Do all these contributions
now you want to
match
focus on the divisive politics aspect of LK Advani as also Ravi Srivastava. And then you are saying the Mandal Commission aspect also. Sanju Verma, I'll get you to respond to the Mandal Commission. But before that, Ratan Sharda, this divisive politics aspect of LK Advani, where in his mission, in his ideology to bring the right-wing Hindutva politics center stage, there were some consequences of the Rath Yatra of the Ram Temple movement. You know, it has a legacy on that side also. Do you think this is, even if it's small, a troubling aspect that
Not at all.
the likes of Anwar Pasha and Ravi Srivastava and Asaduddin Owaisi would rather focus more on instead of the other contributions, because of which today we have a strong right-wing politics in the country, which earlier did not exist.
First of all,
We also have other contributions of
BJP
LK
and
Advani,
Hindutva.
which these people don't want to talk. But then this, how do you see this troubling aspect of the LK Advani legacy in terms of the aftermath of the Rath Yatra? Ratan Sharda.
First of all, the way we frame the entire debate is very wrong. This is what the secular politics did, and this is what Advaniji exposed. Because to talk of Hindus becomes communal, it creates hatred, which actually is an ideology which says, I respect everybody, we are all inclusive. And they talk of people who are exclusivist, who are either Islamist or casteist, who play Muslim Yadav card, who play OBC card, who play various caste cards to divide Hindu society and consolidate Muslim votes. So that is the paradigm shift which Advaniji did, and Hindutva by itself is not communal at all. It is these people who are castists, who are real communalists, and that is what Advaniji exposed in his pseudo-secularism debate, and that is what they're afraid of. Now, what Advaniji did, as a person who became a refugee from Sindh, who was there for 1 year to get everybody out of Sindh who wanted to go out, and then came to India. He was a pracharak who worked during partition, entire time not taking care of family but of the people. And I will tell you something very important. After emergency, when the government came, who piloted a freedom media bill? Mr. Advani. That is why media has much better freedom, which Rajiv Gandhi wanted to stop later on, but he lost the debate in the noise. And biggest of all, he was also one of the very important persons who made 356 so difficult that when Indira Gandhi ji and Congress dissolved Assembly like 9 pins and simply finished them, Advani ji was one of the very senior members who piloted the amendment to that bill that made 356 very difficult. Or Mamata Banerjee would have been out of power now, or Lalu would have been out of power because of the corruption, because of their communal politics. What is communal politics? When you give salaries to Muezzins and Maulanas, is that secular politics? When you play Muslim Yadav card, is that secular politics? Secularism is treat all religions equal, which none of you did. You played dirty politics, and when Advani ji played this, turned around the entire game and turned around entire political debate of India, you are frustrated because lost the center state all. And finally, who created riots? Did Advani ji call for riots? Did Hindus call for riots? Every time the trail was blazed by their secular friends, their peaceful people, to whom ultimately resulted in the riots. Advani ji never talked about that. Advani ji talked about Babar who came from outside, invaders who destroyed Ram Mandir. Did he talk against Muslims? No, these people instigated. So don't blame your communal politics on Advani ji.
May I?
Go through the
Ratan Sharda, since you have raised some issues which Anwar Pasha can really respond to, because the practice of secular politics is something which LK Advani exposed, or pseudo-secularism. In fact, he is someone who gave the phrase pseudo-secularism to India's political lexicon. Anwar Pasha, you know, you are saying Advani was divisive.
The only
allegations of the BJP.
agenda.
Chadha, let me take this to Anwar Pasha. Anwar Pasha, you are saying Advani ji was divisive in his politics. But how is your politics, which only talks about Muslim and Yadav, unifying and integrative?
He will be known in the history
Anwar Pasha
for doing anti-social justice politics by withdrawing support from Shri VP Singh government for implementing the Mandal Commission. He will be known for that also. We will be known for the. We cannot forget all those things. which are attached to Shri Advani ji. The kind of words he
Okay, now you have
that is
to
part
answer
of
the
his
secular
speech.
question. So let Sanju Verma respond to the Mandal Commission charge. By the way, it's on record in Parliament that Rajiv Gandhi opposed the Mandal Commission as well on the floor of the House in a longish speech. Sanju Verma, you get to respond to Anwar Pasha.
Thank you. Thank you, Abhishek. Abhishek, I always say, debate par pad likh kar aaya karo. People come, sit here and speak any gibberish, and when they're not counterjected, they think that is the gospel truth. First and foremost, the Backward Commission Committee was formed by Jawaharlal Nehru way back in 1951-52 under the aegis of Kaka Kalelkar. When Kaka Kalelkar gave the recommendations कि भाई backward caste को reservation की जरूरत है, the Kaka Kalelkar Commission recommendations were thrown into the garbage bin by Jawaharlal Nehru, and the Mandal Commission recommendations, way before Rajiv Gandhi and VP Singh fell apart, were also consigned to the dustbin of history by Indira Gandhi and Rajiv Gandhi. That is point number one. Point number two, यहाँ पर आप LK Advani को divisive politics को लेकर इतना सारा आपने बीजेपी को भाषण दे दिया. So I want to remind the RJD panelists, अभी तो आप बिहार में सत्ता में नहीं हो, पर जब आप सत्ता में थे, आपके पूर्व एजुकेशन मिनिस्टर प्रोफेसर चंद्रशेखर ने क्या कहा? रामचरितमानस is a hoax, प्रभु राम is a hoax, महाभारत is a hoax, प्रभु कृष्णा is a hoax, सीता देवी is a hoax. आपने हिंदू धर्म की धज्जियां उड़ा दी. आपके प्रोफेसर चंद्रशेखर ने लालू प्रसाद यादव, जो वैसे तो दिन भर ज्ञान बांटते रहते हैं, उन्होंने प्रोफेसर चंद्रशेखर की इस अभद्र टिप्पणी को बिल्कुल खारिज नहीं किया. यू आर इन अलायंस टुडे विद द कांग्रेस पार्टी. Udayanithi Stalin and Priyanka Kharge, the son of Mallikarjun Kharge, the Congress president, say that Sanatan Dharma is equal to dengue, malaria, rabies, AIDS, blah blah. क्या राहुल गांधी की तो बात छोड़िए, लालू प्रसाद यादव ने एक बार भी प्रियंका खड़गे की बात का खंडन किया? The answer is no. तो डिविजिव पॉलिटिक्स की बात आपको पहले अपने गिरेबान में झांक कर देखना चाहिए. Who is endorsing divisive politics in India? And the second point, I will just speak one very important point.
Okay.
Please bear with me for 30 seconds. Somebody here said
Sanju, quickly.
that Jawaharlal Nehru did not give the Bharat Ratna to himself. So I tell the panelists, पढ़ लिख कर आया करो, because the प्रक्रिया of Bharat Ratna is this. Padma awards are headed by the Prime Minister led committee. There are 5 to 6 members, including Home Secretary, Cabinet Secretary. Recommendation goes from this committee,
like that
and
now,
then the Prime Minister
Sanju, it
and the
wasn't
President
always
give
like
their
that.
approval. But in the case of Bharat
I was a baby
Ratna,
20
the
years
recommendation
ago,
is made by
30
the
years
Prime
ago.
Minister
Now I'm not.
to the President.
All these arguments will not justify. All these
Random
arguments will
hogwash
not justify.
all the time. I
You
really
cannot
don't understand.
Lal Krishna Advani.
Okay, not speaking over each other. Let Sanju finish, then I'll come to Nikhil.
So Nikhil Jain, don't mislead the viewers. Bharat Ratna recommendation goes from the Prime Minister's end to the President, and that has been the prakriya since 1954 when
Nikhil.
Bharat Ratna was instituted. So do not sit here and speak rubbish.
Yeah. Okay, Nikhil,
all your arguments
I have come little prepared. So, to your disadvantage.
If she's done with the fake
Anwar
news,
Pasha ji,
can I
I'll come to
read
you. I am
about
speaking
the
to Nikhil.
conferment
Nikhil,
of
listen.
Bharat
Nikhil
Ratna
Jain
on
does
Pandit
not
Nehru?
read. He comes and spews lies on
No,
national
Nikhil, let me
television.
phrase it for you, then you respond.
His own
Nikhil, let me phrase it for you, then you respond. Sanju, hold on, let me take this forward.
Only one who reads
Okay, Nikhil,
from
see,
these magazines and media.
1954 is the time when the Bharat Ratna Awards started. 1955, according to you, Dr. Rajendra Prasad bestowed it on Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru. Now, you are quoting some Times of India report, but
why?
there is also the fact that Dr. Rajendra Prasad, perhaps with a wink, confessed that his decision was unconstitutional.
What nonsense is this?
Nikhil, don't digress. Nikhil, don't digress. I'm making a very important point. Nikhil, you have to answer that.
It's a newspaper.
I'm making a very important point.
How do
You
you
have
let
to
her
answer
get away with
Nikhil.
this? Abhishek, how do you let her get away with this? Every single publication in the world is problematic except the BJP.
Bharat Ratna recommendation goes from the Prime Minister's end to the President, and then the President simply announces it. It is just a nominal gesture.
Sanju, you made your point. Let me just phrase it for Nikhil. He will not be able to dodge it.
Nothing, and you come and speak live on national television. That's
She should be given the Bharat Ratna. She should be given the Bharat Ratna now and now. What is stopping others?
Okay. Okay, Monojit da. Listen, Nikhil,
look at her. अरे आप खुद क्यों नहीं लेते? अरे you should be taking it up on yourself.
You started it, Monojit, Mandal, so she has to hit back. And Monojit Mandal, would you deny that? Would you deny on national television that Abhishek Banerjee should not be given Bharat Ratna? Please say that.
You are a Bharat Ratna television. You disturb everyone. You are a Bharat Ratna television. Look at her.
No. Okay, pull back. Both sides pull back. Sanju, making an important point. I'm making a very important point. It will take the debate forward. Nikhil, you are saying that Rajendra Prasad,
hang on.
for whatever reason, said that, I am bestowing the Bharat Ratna to Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru. You see, I came prepared for this. So, Dr. Rajendra Prasad perhaps with a wink later confessed that what he did was unconstitutional, number one. So the only Bharat Ratna since 1954 which has been claimed to be unconstitutional is the one given to Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, number one. Number two, Nikhil, the fact of the matter is that the Bharat Ratna awards have always been political. So V.V. Giri giving it to Indira Gandhi in return giving it to V.V. Giri, Rajendra Prasad giving it to Nehru in return giving it to Rajendra Prasad. 1977 ahead of Tamil Nadu elections, Congress government giving it to K. Kamaraj. 1988 again ahead of Congress elections, Congress government giving it to MGR. So obviously there has been politics. But I think what the Modi legacy is about keeping it political, but at the same time raising its stature. To be asking whether Buddha Babu is willing to accept a Padma, giving it to Mulayam Singh Yadav, giving it to Sharad Pawar. I think what Modi government has done is make the legacy.
Abhishek, wait a second. Abhishek, how is giving an award to LK, how is giving the Bharat Ratna
awards,
increasing the stature of
political, but at the same time raising their stature?
And you yourself at least admitted to the point that I was making, that Nehru did not bestow upon himself the Bharat Ratna award. It was the President of India, Dr. Rajendra Prasad, in a suo moto manner. Whether Dr. Prasad calls it unconstitutional or not, we can have a debate about it. But at least let's debunk the myths that Sanju and all the other BJP spokespersons have been spreading around, that Nehru gave the award to himself. Nehru did not do anything of the kind. So far as the political nature of the conferment of these awards are concerned, yes, in India everything is done one way or the other linked to politics. But that is not a justification for the fact that the Modi government has made everything a complete political tool. Bharat Ratna at least was not as political as the Modi government has very clearly made it to be. You yourself have said that in the past 10 years they have given 9 Bharat Ratna awards, unlike the UPA government earlier, which gave 1 Bharat Ratna award. Let's look at the simple numbers on it. That the award has been given since the past 70 years and only about 50 or so individuals have gotten it. Modi government gave 9 in 10 years. All the other governments combined, including the Atal Bihari Vajpayee government and the Janata Dal government, they gave 41 awards in 60 years. So how is it raising the stature of the award? If anything, it is making it less rare. That is, you are diluting the entire point of a Bharat Ratna award. And an earlier point was being made about, you had made the point about Padma Shri being given to some cataract surgeon or something like that.
What do you mean?
100 people have gotten a Padma Shri award. Padma Shri cannot be compared with Bharat Ratna. Kangana Ranaut has a
reports from various newspapers to endorse his bogus claims.
Nikhil. Okay, Sanju, hold on. Nikhil, you know, one explanation for the UPA 1 and UPA 2 taken together giving only 1 award and the Modi government in 10 years giving 9 awards is.
She has been given the Bharat Ratna. Answer that. Abhishek, 143,000 people were arrested without trial, and this is a number by Amnesty International, which the Congress swears by during the emergency. and 6.2 million,
Now
as in
you love Amnesty
62 lakh people
International.
were
You shut down their offices with ED raids and God knows what. Now you love the Amnesty International. Decide your mind what is credible and what is not. You can't use one publication or one organization when it
Sanju
is not
Verma,
use it the
Sanju
other time when
Verma,
it
fact
doesn't
check.
suit you.
Sanju Verma, bit of
Is
fact
Amnesty
check.
International
Indira
a fair
Gandhi had
organization?
already been
Either
given
say it
Bharat
is,
Ratna before
and
she
I'm going to
imposed
concede on
emergency.
it. Or say it is not, then your point doesn't
But my
stand.
question is, please don't miss the perspective. For God's sake, I am giving you, I am adding value. I am adding value to the conversation. Please listen to me also, Sanju Verma. Nikhil says, okay, Sanju Verma, Nikhil says that UPA 10 years, only 1 award. NDA, Modi government, 10 years, 9 awards. Now, one explanation is that UPA giving only 1 award is part for the courts for the general inertia that characterized governance in the UPA years. कुछ काम नहीं होता था, कोई फाइल नहीं चलती थी, भारत रत्न भी नहीं दिया.
Arey Abhishek, what are you twisting my statement into? And I never said 10,
Sanju,
1
for
in
God's
10.
sake,
I'm
would you
talking
listen?
about 41 in 60 years and 9 in 10 years.
We gave the award to somebody like Pranab Mukherjee, who was a career congressman. Narendra Modi has not given the award to his 4 brothers or his 1 sister. He has not given the award to himself.
Abhishek,
No, he's giving an award to the person who taught him politics.
Okay,
and
Sanju.
he sidelined that person.
Your Leela Samson.
Might I show that video again?
Teacher of Priyanka Gandhi Vadra, and she was given the Sangeet Natak Academy Award. I had never heard of the name Leela Samson. Her only claim to fame is she was the dance teacher of Priyanka Vadra, and she was given the Sangeet Natak Academy Award.
He will just go there and then he will, before that he'll award himself Bharat Ratna. Don't worry.
Can I come in? Can I come in now? Abhishek,
No, I
may
was supposed to speak.
Okay, please do.
Abhishek,
You
may I
are not
come in?
letting me speak.
Okay.
I think
These
Anwar-
people said they cheapened the awards. Okay, during PV Narasimha Rao's time, I had given the names. Is the cheapening of the award? He gave Bharat Ratna to not just Rajiv Gandhi, Vallabhbhai Patel, was not a deserving person, Morarji Desai, Abdul Kalam Azad, J.R.D. Tata, Satyajit Ray. This was during PV Narasimha Rao's time. But did any of this not deserve Bharat Ratna? Then during BJP's time, Gulzarilal Nanda, the veteran Congress politician, Aruna Asaf Ali, veteran freedom fighter, AP Abdul Kalam, the rocket man, whom they refused to give second term as president. Don't forget that. Chidambaram Subramaniam, Worth is not deserving Bharat Ratnas. We are 100 crore, population people, and so we have a lot of more Bharat Ratnas than these people ever understood. Jayaprakash Narayan, Amartya Sen, by BJP government, their pet. Gopinath Bardolai, the greatest freedom fighter of Assam, Ravi Shankar, Lata Mangeshkar, Bismillah Khan, were they not deserving Bharat Ratna? Please tell me. You thought in 10 days, 10 years, only Bhimsen Joshi ji was up to fit for Bharat Ratna. It was
So
your
the fact of the
authority.
matter is,
You are misled in the
Ratan
politics.
Sharda.
And you said that now Modi has changed the entire
Ratan
Padma Shri
Sharda.
award giving.
No, no,
you
then
see how
why
Padma Shri
did
is
you
given
ignore him
to
for the
poor
last
people
10 years?
working in the
Gandhi said,
village.
"जब बाप बेटे को सिर पर धरती थोड़ी
Why
मिलती है."
BJP has sidelined him in the last 10 years? He is such a Ratna.
Ratan Sharda. Okay, now let me just bring together the thoughts. Let me just bring together the thoughts. You see, LK Advani has a broad legacy. He has been in public life. He has been in public life since he was 14. In 1947, when partition of India happened, India became independent, he was a refugee. And from refugee in 1947 to getting Bharat Ratna, when we mark 75 years of our being a republic, is as much an acknowledgement of LK Advani and his life as also of India as a nation, a society, a politics, a democracy, a republic, which values people who contribute. More good, less bad, that's something which we have debated for the last 1 hour. What is important is that the Modi government in Padma Awards, in Bharat Ratna, has made an attempt, a very public, transparent attempt at getting them out of lobbying, out of opacity, out of...
Do you support Mr. Advani saluting Mr. Jinnah? or because he did that, he was right line. Now you remember, now
Ratan Chadha, quick response. Advani Jinnah comment, do you support as someone who sees the RSS closely? Ratan Chadha, last 50 seconds and then I close the debate.
My good old friend, Mr. Ratan Chadha.
Well, as I said in the beginning, these crying babies, these Rudalis, these Vilap people, they don't even understand Indian politics. They don't understand the dynamics of Indian politics, nor do they understand the roots and the strong culture of this country. Advani ji brought to the fore the idea of cultural nationalism, the idea of perennial Hindu Bharatiya Rashtra from 10,000 years. Well, these people said India was born on 15th August 1947. So entire
you know what?
Of being
you know what? Friends, you know what? I could hold an hour-long debate. I could hold an hour-long debate on Advani's Jinnah comments, Ratan Chadha. You know, it was a master stroke which unfortunately Ratan Chadha was perhaps missed by the RSS also. You know, Advani by calling Jinnah secular was holding a mirror to someone called Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru also. But unfortunately, I have run out of time. You know, on a lighter note to end this very serious conversation, a fantastic conversation, can we give the equivalent of Bharat Ratna for this panel to Ravi Srivastava today for not having incited Sanju Verma for 1 hour and to have not said anything which makes the conversation difficult. Thank you so much, Ravi Srivastava, Monojit Mandal, Nikhil Jain, Anwar Pasha, Ratan Chadha and Sanju Verma for joining this Sunday for this conversation on Bharat Ratna and of course LK Advani's legacy, for which he has been conferred the award by the Modi government. Short break and live in breaking continues on the other side. And of course the debate with Arnab Goswami is back tomorrow 9 p.m.